I've just started the beautiful Gold Coast Hinterland Great Walk, and it's about 50 kilometers, 1,700 meters of elevation gain, and I'm going to do it over 2 days. The first day we're going to cover about 20 to 21 kilometers, heading over to Binaburra to camp there for the night, where I'm going to meet back up with Britt and our little cutie Isla for a little night of, maybe have a wine, sunset, have a really great evening. This first part of the track, it's not too difficult, not too strenuous, but then in that second day I will have 28 kilometers with some decent elevation gain, and I'll probably be running that one. So we'll stick through it for this first day and see how the trail is leading up into Binaburra. For those of you wondering about getting lost on this track is very easy to follow, especially for this first section of the trail to Binaburra. They have green signs at every intersection that tell you which direction it is to Binaburra. So as long as you're keeping your eyes open, making sure you're not taking any turns without reading the signs, you should be good to go getting there. Pretty straightforward. Just making sure to follow signs for the border track as you go through.
This is Taluna Lookout. It's the first major checkpoint along the track. Starts right when you get on the border track about 7 kilometers in, and it offers an absolutely breathtaking view of the Tweed Valley. Definitely worth a stop. After about 5 hours on the trail, I was able to make it finally back to Binaburra, where I found Britt and Isla, and we were able to settle down for an amazing dinner. It was a great day on the trail, and it took me about an extra hour for video and photography stuff, but I can't wait for the next day.
Starting off the morning with a little vitamin D and sunlight with the family. Out looking over here in beautiful Binaburra Valley over Egg Rock. Always a great way to start the day. Hey? Yeah. It's day number 2 today, so we normally would have had 28 kilometers through the trails up to Springbrook Falls, but Springbrook Falls circuit's actually closed, unfortunately, so it's going to be about 24 and takes off a little elevation too. Oh, sad. And so it'll be about 700 to maybe 850 meters of elevation, somewhere in there. So we're about to crack into it to some beautiful downhill single track. Should be fun.
I absolutely love a good downhill, and I was pumped to kind of run this track because it's going to get me ready for training for the Coastal High 50 happening in September.
Whenever you pass the School of Arts, follow the trail just down here to head back onto the trail. There's one point where you come to a river crossing, right down the ditch there, and there's not really a sign. You just kind of go slightly over to your right, and you can see there's a little sign back behind there. So we're at the Wingara Walkers Camp, which is about 20k in, and another 4k up to the top up Apple Tree. So this is a great spot to refuel, get some water in you before you hit the big climb of the day. Woo. So from here, what would normally happen is you'd actually head through that gate right there to continue on the Great Walk. But because Springbrook Falls is closed, instead of heading straight through here and then attaching to the bottom of Springbrook Falls and doing a loop to finish up here, I'm just going to run the road here because this loop is closed in here. If that makes sense. Unfortunately, some of the beautiful trails are off the Great Walk right now, but they'll hopefully be open soon.
After the hard work is put in and you've made it all the way over to Springbrook Falls, you're treated with an absolute beautiful view of the falls. Whether the track is closed or open, you can still get a view.
Finished. 25.6k, about 900 meters of vert. Was a tougher day on the legs than expected. I think yesterday walking just 5 hours on the feet took out more than I thought it would, and so apple tree stairs were a lot tougher than I would have liked, but other than that, stairs, it's great to be out on the feet. Beautiful trail, and looking forward to do it again in the future, maybe a little bit faster next time.